Dhruv, your response.
Akshata, you know what itches the BJP the most? What itches the BJP the most is when a Congress leader attends any of the Hindu programs and it's put out in public. That's what itches the BJP the most. And you can clearly see it, whether it's their response at the state level or the national level. They have a huge problem when the Congress leaders are at any program that's related to Hinduism. And, to be fair, you look anywhere in the political circles, you have mamas everywhere appreciating DK Shivakumar ji for attending any of these programs, and that's what itches the BJP, because that's what's going to hurt them when it comes towards their vote bank. It's quite evident, and all this frustration that you see on television is clearly valid. Okay. It speaks for itself.
Okay, I'll take that to Tuhin, but also Dhruv to respond to what Tuhin Sinha has said, where he listed out leaders of the Congress who were seemingly unhappy, and then because nothing happened, they ended up leaving the party. Look at what's happening with Mr. Shashi Tharoor. DK Shivakumar clearly is not towing the party's line on issues right now. Are all of these telltale signs?
Not signs. I think this is more or less, made up stories by the media and everyone put together. The DK Shivakumar ji, like I told you, he's 40 years in the Congress. He has Congress written all over his political journey. How do you question such a man?
Because there's a stand taken by the High Command, and then DK Shivakumar comes out and says, no, I didn't face it. I enjoyed the Mahakumbh experience. The administration has done a great job. He's praising the BJP.
He's not praising the BJP. He's praising the event that took place. It's a religious event, an event that all of us must be embracing. And my leader has embraced it to its fullest. What itches the BJP when Congress leaders embrace such events? I have a valid question here. Is the BJP scared of their vote bank being diluted by any chance?
Tuhin, your response.
Clearly a very itchy Congress spokesperson. He knows everything that itches the BJP. Fact is that we enjoy Congress leaders coming for Hindu festivals. Point is, when is the Gandhi family going to come? A mere distance of 126 kilometers from Amethi or 130 kilometers from Brai Bareilly to Prayagraj could not be traversed. You have to answer for the Gandhi family. People hardly, think, at least as of today, people hardly believe DK Shivakumar is a long time, has a big future has a long future in the Congress party. Sooner than later, he might ditch you. So what difference does it make whether he goes to Kumbh or whether he doesn't? For us, we celebrate Kumbh, and we are very happy with Sachin Pilot, with DK Shivakumar, with Mr. Sukhu coming to the Mahakumbh.
So, Dhruv, there's your answer. Tuhin Sinha's answered your question, saying we're very happy if the Congress turns up there.
Then please do appreciate it that DK Shivakumar ji attended all these events.
No, he did. He appreciated it. The question right now is being
asked.
Fair enough.
Of course.
Fair enough. That answers all questions.
No, Dhruv, the question at the end of the day is this, is whether DK Shivakumar is not towing the party's line, openly, brazenly, going away from what the party has said on issues like Kumbh, which has been the biggest political narrative that the opposition has been putting forth in the last many weeks.
Attending a religious event,
not
a spiritual event.
Dhruv, it's about the comments he made. About the arrangements at Kumbh.
Yeah, that's his personal experience, like I've said earlier. And he's free to express what he feels like. I mean, have you seen the party issue any notice, any summons, anything against what he has said? Has there been any stance of the Congress? Has there been any communique?
Yes, of course.
I did give you a communique, but you told me that that's a personal account.
That's an isolated instance of one person. The Congress is filled with a number of members. Please tell me if that's a minority view or a majority view.
Okay. I can only quote to you what leaders have said. Now, to every quote I'm giving you, you're telling me it's a personal account.
It is a minority view.
Okay.
It's one person. Please show me more people who have spoken against my KPCC president.
2 days after...
Yeah.
2 days after DK Shivakumar went to Prayagraj, both Kharge ji and Rahul Gandhi backed out of a Karnataka investor summit meet. That is worse than a show cause notice. You are jeopardizing the interest of an entire state because you don't agree with the politics, you don't agree with the personal choices of your leader. And, here you are saying that we don't issue notice. You don't have the guts to issue notice to DK Shivakumar. He's your money bag right now. He's controlling your politics in that particular state. You know that your government will fall the day he quits the party. So how can you issue a show cause notice to him?
No, the problem...
You will jeopardize his programs. You will jeopardize his initiatives, which is the typical Congress politics.
Oh, these theories.
Okay, Dhruv, quickly your response, and then I have to bring in Mr. Sandeep Shastri. Go ahead, Dhruv.
The leader of opposition and our honorable AICC president had to attend to parliamentary matters. And I'm sure Tuhin Mehta, if he's followed the investment in Karnataka so closely, he must have seen the amount of investment that the government has brought through. over 5 lakh crore rupees on whole. And I think it was a great successful program. And if you want to speak about various narratives, let's talk about Vijendra and Yatnal's fight in Karnataka. Tuhin, I'm not too sure if you know Kannada or not, but you can play musical chairs in the sequence of musical audios, and you should listen to what
that. Surely, why not?
No,
exactly.
Dhruv, you've raised a valid point.
When India Today conducts a debate on that, why not?
Why don't you listen to one clipping of Yatnal and translate it to Hindi, and then you
when India Today conducts a debate on that, of course on that day.
No, let me bring this back. Let me bring this back to Mr. Sandeep Shastri. Let me bring this back to Mr. Sandeep Shastri. Gentlemen, just give me a few moments, whereas we're running out of time, so I want to give Mr. Sandeep Shastri the last word on this. Mr. Sandeep Shastri, you've heard there from the BJP and the Congress. The BJP, of course, has their own issues of infighting in the Karnataka BJP unit. But for the Congress, Mr. Shastri, what do you think really is the messaging that goes across? Because at the time that we're talking about what's happening with DK Shivakumar, you have a Mr. Shashi Tharoor, who reportedly is also miffed over not having any responsibilities, approached the High Command, was allegedly snubbed. Do you think all of this is sending out a message that the Congress and the High Command isn't really holding or reining in their leaders?
No. At one level, we talk of the need for internal democracy in parties. And at another level, when people do say what they think in their personal capacities, we read too much into what is going on. I think for the sake of a exciting political debate, I think we are reading too much into situations. We are reading too much into developments. The BJP spokesperson was right in saying that there has been a stream of leaders who have left the Congress and joined the BJP, which is a reality. But then, does it therefore mean that the same thing is again happening? Are we reading too much into the developments that are happening? Do leaders don't have personal preferences, both within the BJP and within the Congress? Is not infighting within both the parties in Karnataka a reality? And because of that infighting in both parties, is the other party trying to take the best advantage of the situation? This is something we are seeing for quite some time in Karnataka politics, and these events become like a sideshow in politics to keep the excitement going.
My takeaway from what's happening right now is never say never in Karnataka politics. Anything is possible, and all sorts of comments, of course, are made from every single side to keep the political fire also raging. Dhruv, Tuhin and Mr. Sandeep Shastri, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for joining us on this broadcast. Endless speculation, of course, over DK Shivakumar. 3 times he's confirmed, I am very much a congressman. But then there are questions about whether the Congress unit itself is unhappy with DK Shivakumar's stand on certain issues where they've had the complete contrasting stand.